Alright, so here we have TCR, we have Laguna Seca, leading into the race. You can hear in the background the boys. This is our qualifying lap. It's pretty interesting. I was doing, as you can see, my P, like my best was a 128 in practice, 9. So we're going for our quali lap now. Leading into 2 races. So first race will be a 18 lap with, and then second race will be another 18 lap but reverse grid of the first race. Bit interesting. As we go through here, I get a nice run onto the through the kink. This was pretty good qualifying. This was my first qualifying hot lap. As you can see at the top, we had 10 minutes or so left after I finished this lap, and I didn't manage to better it. So all in all, not a terrible run. I think I had one a warm-up lap, which is a 130 point something. But yeah, it all worked in. So as we come around this last corner, onto the straight, get a nice run. So we end up with about 3/100ths of a second off my best in practice for a 129.146. So we'll jump forward in the video here. Let's see where we end up on the grid. So as you can see,
he's not the only one on a
we
good lap.
pause it to here. We end up with a 5th. Goggy, who in practice was mighty quick, did the 128.574. He did down into the 128.2s, I think, during practice. Sam, who's always quick. Cami, who runs the series, who's again always quick, and then Jordan. Realistically, a few of the boys that are behind me are probably quicker if you give them a hot lap situation, but right in this one I put it together and was able to get on the grid. So let's jump forward to the race. So looks like we have a bit of a different situation this weekend. Somehow I've lost the footage of the first race. So basically on the start, you can see in the bottom left in the replays, obviously Asseto Corsa gets a bit weird about you know, how many laps and all that sort of fun stuff. So basically we're going to have to work this out as we go. So as you can see, we come into turn 1, all a bit hot. I get a nice little run off there. You can see in the car radar right there, getting pretty close. Pull into the right and we get through nice and cleanly. Okay, alright, so now basically just when I pull through, got my head down, I'm in position 4. Obviously the leaderboard down the bottom left isn't accurate, it just shows where we started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap that off and change to the real time. So for leaderboard and race position real time. So we'll see where we sit in relation to the other guys. Position wise, doesn't matter. So we know we're in position 4 right now, behind Sam. Basically we've got to keep Jordan behind as best we can. Relatively good run from the back of the field. All the boys got through nice and cleanly. So it's an 18 lap race, and we have a nice little bit of a cut there, but 2 wheels still on the track, so not a problem. 18 laps. Now, some of the guys have decided to go with a 2-stop. Some of us have decided to go with a 1-stop. So, what will be interesting is to see how that actually ends up working out. Now, let's just see this. see if this gives us a bit of details as to how many laps we're in. Awesome. Right, so at the top you can see the sectors, you can see how many laps, so it's still lap 1. We can work this out as we go. So still in behind Sammy. Pulling up, man. It's super important off the turn 6 there, kink, to keep it basically dialed up, because this run up the hill is a hard effort into the corkscrew. Just pull down to the corkscrew. Sam gets a good run. Jordan gets a good run. I don't do too well. Jordan's coming in behind. You can see the field is opening up. There's a good battle back there for, what is that, 7th, 8th and 9th. But end of first lap, coming through, and Jordan gets nice and close there. Sammy's still right in front. Now, I've got my fuel set up, so I did a few test runs during the week prior, and worked out that I could get at least 12 laps out of my tyres without killing them, with an average lap time of about a 130 to 131, depending on how poorly I drive, to be honest. As you saw from my qualifying times and what you'll see in the race is I'm not super quick yet, but what is interesting is that I'm not terribly slow either, and I'm relatively consistent, which seems to help out pretty well in this race. So as you see, still sitting on the back of Sammy. We're on lap 2 now of 18. Jordan's come up behind. Jordan is much faster than I am. Lucas is probably faster than I am. Nice little tap there. Jordan gets a bit sideways, pushes me into the corkscrew a bit hard. I cut, but that's alright. So through rainy curve into turn 10 and then towards the last corner. Now, what you'll see is Jordan gets a really good run off the corners here, I think, from memory. And you'll see he closes up on me quite decently coming through turn 1 and 2. Through we go. And pulling out the other side. So onto lap 3. Now these sausage curbs here, you can see those red sausage curbs. Basically, you go near them, you touch them, you die. You go just to the left or just to the right with your tyres and you're okay. Whether it's okay to cut or not, the way we've got it running at the moment is basically if you've got 2 tyres on the track, you're okay. 3 tyres off the track, and that's a cut. So, Jordan gets an amazing run up onto roll straight, into the corkscrew. I don't bother defending here, I go wide, cut in, trying not to lose as much time as possible, and just pull in behind Jordan and keep motoring. I know Jordan's faster than me over this race, and so I just need to put my head down and keep putting the lap times. We're in 5th now, and coming into lap 4:18. So it's a long race. You can see the boys are fighting solidly behind us. Lucas has just got driven off the road. Look, there probably will be a bit of a incident reported with that one after the race. Oh, Jordan's outbraked himself, comes through. Oh, and I've hit the sausage curb and it's all off, so I can't capitalise there. So I might stop talking for a second here and just let a few laps run, and I'll comment as we need. as you saw there, I went left tyres over the sausage curb. In that corner, I really think that's actually a disadvantage because you've got a bit of a dip in there and sideways into there. That is actually probably one of the fastest ways through that corner, as evidence from some of the boys' qualifying laps. You get it in sideways, hook it up and drop it into that corner. So Jordan's going in for an early pit stop. What is this, lap 4? So coming into lap 5. So he's basically done 4 full laps on his tyres, which means he has to be doing a 2-stopper. Be interesting to see if he could make those tyres go for 12 laps after the race as well, 14 laps after that pit, sorry. Great doing maths. Okay, coming through turn 3, gone, oh that's a big cut. Lost a lot of time there. Not advantageous to do that at all. Another one, big hit on that sausage curb. And you see it plays a big part in this race with all the boys as to where they end up. So the guys behind me are probably actually catching me now because of that. Did it again, big slide. Up onto the straight, look at the boys catching me, 2.3 seconds, 2.2 seconds. Just through my own stupidity. Again, late break into there, not great. Really need to put my head down here and just push through the race. I know I'm trying to make my tyres last. You can't see the level of grip dropping down, but what you'll see in the second video, race 2, is how fast these tyres drop. They're on 375% wear, so it's well and truly a lot of wear that goes down quickly. Now if you have a look down the bottom left, you'll see we have passed all the rest of the boys in the pits except for Sammy. Sammy is in front of me. So basically everyone in front of us is doing a 2-stop, except for Sammy and myself. I'm planning to go, from memory I was going for lap 10 or 11. If my tyres were still good, I was going to keep going as long as possible so I could have a late game charge, but obviously diminishing returns, as soon as the tyres go off a little bit too much, you need to get off that rubber and onto some fresh stuff. So much better run up onto Rahal straight now, into the corkscrew, braking at the 2 mark, turn left in tight. As soon as you get the car rotated, hard right, power on, let the front wheel drive pull you out of the corner. Now I tend to back off a little bit in the 4th gear, hold it through and push. Not sure how the other boys do that, feel like some of them might drop to 3rd there, but power through it, but I am really trying to lift up from these tyres. So onto the back straight. I've got 3.5 seconds on J-Man. He's pitted. Anyone else pitting with him? Okay, so there's Cameron. So Cameron is... Dean and Cameron look to be the first boys that have pitted. So 3rd and 4th. They've pitted once already. Alex is in 5th. Oh, Jordan's just taken him. So, yeah, so Dean and Cameron, basically, it'll be interesting to see where we're coming up. So basically, you just have to stay in front of them long enough so that when we pit, because they're obviously going to go onto a 2-stop, that we keep in front. I'm chasing down Sammy. We'll check as we go over the line here, but we're probably 6 or 7 seconds behind. Obviously relative was all to do with speed at current moment in time, so he's going through the corkscrew. It looks like we get nice and close to him, but actually real time, we'll see how we go. So into lap 7, going through turn 10, down towards the last hairpin. Through turn 11, onto the straight, nice and clean, beautiful corner. So we're thinking, yeah, look, we're about 7 seconds behind, 6.5 seconds. That's a 31.5, that's pretty slow. We should be aiming for high 29s, low 30s, even with the fuel on and tyres sort of wearing down. If we're getting high 30s, we're okay. 31.5 is not ideal. Lap 8. You see Dean and Cameron are starting to get close. What are they? 7.6, 8. Hopefully they'll battle a bit. Hopefully they battle and hold each other up a bit. We'll have a look at their relative time as we go across the start-finish line and see where we sit on with that. Under the Mazda flag, up on the hull, straight into the corkscrew, braking at the 2 marker, hard left, into second, get it rotated and power out. As much as that seems simple, I find it quite difficult to get it accurate every time, especially because my speed is varying so much coming up the whole straight after going through the kink. I just don't seem to get consistent times through there, so my braking point is having to be adjusted all the time. So we're coming up on Rowan as well. See he's 20 something seconds in front, and he is it's his first. He's had a rough day basically. He's just joined the series. First race. This track is tricky to say the least. If you don't get the corner just right or overshoot it at all, you end up on that dirt. It's all over. Turn 4. Coming in under the mother's sign. Brake at 2. Turn in. A little bit late. Power out. Not too bad. Missed the apex by a country mile, but you can see in the rearview mirrors the two boys chasing us down, having a good fight, which is brilliant because it's holding themselves up. Now, I was starting to feel like, as you can see, my last time again is a 31.6. It's probably almost 2 seconds slower than what the boys behind me will be doing if they aren't messing themselves up fighting. So that really means that I need to pull in soon. Into the pits. Coming in onto lap 10. We'll come out on lap 10. So we pull in. Rowan's done the same in front. So Sam has done the same in front, sorry. So Cameron and Dean go past. Jordan's through. Justin is a fair way back, so we'll be coming back out on the track in 5th, I think. Jamie looks like he should be coming down the straight very shortly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. So all in all, same position we were in at start race. So we've got a good 4 or 5 second lead on the boys behind us. So we definitely haven't lost anything in that pit, and most of these guys are going to be doing a 2-stopper. So realistically, we've lost 18 seconds or so from the boys in front, which means when they pit, we should come back out in front. Chasing down Sammy, 4 seconds, and of course overshoot it. Tyres aren't quite up to temperature and pressure, and we overshoot and lose a bunch of time. Maybe 3.5 seconds, 4 seconds at least. It's about 18 seconds for a pit stop. We are now at least 15 to 20 seconds behind the boys in front of us. It's going to be a close one coming out of the pits. The key is going to be when do they pit. It's lap 10 now, coming into lap 11. Still a fair way in front. should equalise. So, second, decent run on the straight. Sammy's pulling away now. He's probably got 7 to 8 seconds of a lead on us. Marking just before the 300, into third, down to second. Actually not the worst corner because you get onto power early, even if you overrun a touch, you square the corner off nicely and power out. You can go through that corner with a bit of curve as well and come out pretty well even. It's a bit deceptive, this track. You have to go slow to go fast, which for me, driving in front wheel drive, which is my first series, basically never driven front wheel drive before, is different, for sure. Well, that was a good run on through turn 6, kink up onto the hull straight, lap 11. So those boys all pitted on lap 6 or 7. So I would assume that means they're going to pit on lap 12 or 13. So we shall see. So someone's in the pit. Let's see who that is. Can we see the name as we go past? That is Cammy. Cammy's in the pit. Someone else is in the pit too. Should pop up very shortly. I'm assuming it's going to be Dean. No, it was Jordan Longstaff. Right, so we have cleanly passed those boys. James Connor's going along. So now we're in 4th. Cam's 3 or 4 seconds behind. Lap 12, 5.5 to go. Basically just put my head down, try and chase Sammy down, and keep Cam behind. Third. Rough run through there that time. Nice clean exit, bit more track to use there. That understeer. Cameron is a lot faster than I am in general, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. So it looks like James Honor is in the pits. Dean Goggy is in the pits. James Honor is not in the pits, so it's James. James might be a lap down with Rowan. I think James is actually running second last, and it will be Sammy, Sam, myself, Dean, Cameron. They are very close behind me, so let's see what happens here. We've got 3 laps to go. They've got brand new tyres. I have, when do we pit? 10. So I have 3.5 lap old tyres, almost 4.5 lap old tyres, because I put it on the end of lap 9. So I've got 3 lap fresher tyres. Hopefully they will get a bit of battle on again, and we won't have to worry about it. That was a bit of a nicer run. Curve. Now I found the setup has been 90% of the battle here, so not necessarily for the pure lap pace, which I'm not great at anyway. You can see my fastest lap is basically now it was just the lap we just did. I'm 1/100th of a second slower than my quali time, so realistically pretty quick lap. And there's at least 100th to make up in that second sector if we could do that. So we in race trim we could potentially have done a 28, which is nice. So yeah, with my setup, I've gone a little bit more lenient than the base setup where the boys have been talking about, and adjusted my tyre pressures. Less worrying about heat, more worrying about running pressure to ensure that they last as long as possible, and that I don't scrub the tyres out. Oh, looks like Dean has gone off, so now Cam has got a free run. Dean is away, and now Cam will be chasing us down as fast as possible without any distraction. Looks like we're closing up on Sammy as well. 4 laps left, coming into the 3 laps left. Decent one out of there. So still at 29. It's a good lap for race pace. Obviously fuel is starting to wind out. I know that I fueled up with enough to have potentially 1 to 1.5 laps of spare fuel at the end of the race, just to make sure that we'll get there without running out. There's nothing else running out in the last lap. Or having to fuel save. So going up this hill we'll get a good idea. What do we got? So Cam is pretty much bang on 2.4 seconds behind me. Sam is maybe 4 seconds in front. We'll check on the front straight, but it's about where we sit. In a second, onto the front straight, and off we go. So still a decent run. I don't think that was as good as my previous lap. What do we got? 120, so 130 flat. Not quick, not slow. Faster than some of the boys qualified. Can't complain. Cam, however, has obviously done a faster lap. 2 laps to go after this one is completed. Sam's coming up on the back markers. He's past Rowan. Rowan is staying off track very nicely to let us all through. Thanks, Rowan. Oh, that was a bit of a bad run up on the roll straight. Cam's still 2.5 seconds behind, so we're keeping him relatively covered. Now, what is Sam ahead? Let's wait till the straight, we'll find out. Relative. It's like Lucas has had a shocker first race. On the straight, pulls in. Oh, that's a terrible run. Does he get on the dirt as well? Oh wow. Okay, so that is absolutely terrible. So we were 6 seconds now behind, so we lost 2 seconds there. Easily lost 2 seconds. We're down to 1.7 in front of King. Oh, I outbraked myself again. Cam is getting big in that mirror. Overshot that. Now I'd love to say this was tyres, but it's definitely just me cracking under the pressure. I know Cam's coming behind me and I'm overdriving the car. You'll see I broke too late, turned in too early with the brakes still on, and scrub wide with Cam's line behind me. Beautiful smooth run. straight. In through corkscrew. He's run wide. Oh, this is the last. This is lap 18. Looks like Cam got a bad run off that. I think Cam might have backed off there and gave us that. Well done. So that's lap finished. Do a little spin, victory spin. Thanks, Cammy. So that's lap 1 done. So second. My best showing so far. We effectively had third. We got third last season, last race. I think potentially Cam was just being nice there, and potentially probably just wanted the spot on the grid, and gave me the spot. But look, let's go into race 2. This basically means we'll be reverse grid, so we'll be starting from the back. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.